everybody, Jason here of GhostbustersNews.com, and as always, Ghostbusters News right here on YouTube. And if somehow you missed it, earlier today, video game developer IllFonic announced a brand new Ghostbusters video game entitled Ghostbusters Spirits Unleashed. Now right now on the Ghostbusters News YouTube channel, you can watch the trailer in its entirety. I also just posted my reaction video, and a quick FYI, unlike the Ghostbusters Afterlife trailers, I tried not to cry this time. But now we have this video, which is going to be a full breakdown of that trailer. So let's go ahead, dive into Ghostbusters Spirits Unleashed. So the first shot we see is inside what looks like a prison. Being that we're likely still in New York City, maybe this is Rikers Island? We then make our way into a boiler room, which has some wonderful green slime accents on the ceiling. We do have some bars on the left-hand side of the screen, so maybe this is the boiler room for the prison. But I will add, it does remind me a lot of the basement in the library level of the 2009 Ghostbusters video game. Ooh, I love this shot. This looks like such a fun map to play in. And judging by the layout, the fact we have a bar in the background, and what is clearly an elevator, this looks to be a hotel. Likely not the Sedgwick Hotel, but it'll do. Another map reveal as we have the Metropolitan Museum of Nature and Science. Now apparently since 1989, Ray's Occult Books, it has moved. Conveniently right next door to the Ghostbusters firehouse. Oh, hey there, modern day Ernie Hudson. You look fantastic. And I'm likely not the only one, but visually this game is kind of giving me a bit of a Fortnite vibe. Which when it comes to a stylized online multiplayer game, that is not a bad thing. The Ghostbusters firehouse looks great, and we have confirmation of both khaki and dark Ghostbusters flight suits. Ooh, so many beautiful gadgets just here on the table. The Neutrino Wand, the PKE meter, and I do want to point out this upgraded Neutrino Wand, as the press release did confirm that you can totally upgrade your gear in Ghostbusters Spirits Unleashed. Oh, we also have a bit of an Easter egg back here, as they included like this orange thing that is seen at the university in the first Ghostbusters and also in Egon's lab in Afterlife. Alright, so the bumper lights are a bit different than what we saw in the film, which means General Motors hasn't been paid to use the likeness rights of the Cadillac. To me, I don't mind that. I'm not a car guy, it's a small nitpick. And speaking of the Ecto one, it is showcasing some wear, tear, a bit of rust, so no doubt it is based around its appearance in Ghostbusters Afterlife. So we've got a group of Ghostbusters, and as that press release confirmed, you can customize your characters. How in-depth is the customization? We don't know just yet. So we are back at the museum, and wait a minute. That thing right there. It reminds me a lot of the generators seen in the game Dead by Daylight. I haven't really seen anybody talk about these just yet, so I don't really know how they're going to play into the game. Maybe the ghosts are going to have to destroy these. But yeah, no exact clue as to what this is at this time. And this is the shot right here that when I was recording the reaction video, I lost my mind. I am so excited to be able to play as a Ghostbuster in first person. The trailer then shows us our very first look at a ghost, which appears to be a unique design. Also, don't stare at me, you got the bug eyes. Back in the museum, and wow, do the proton stream effects look amazing. I love how they light up a room. For me, this is really hard to believe this is one of the same companies behind Friday the 13th. And let me be clear, I am not knocking Friday the 13th. I absolutely loved that game. But the visual upgrade from Friday the 13th to Ghostbusters Spirits Unleashed is massive. This game looks so much better. Now for a brief second, we have a look at tons of the upgrades for both the Proton Pack itself and the Neutrino Wands. Now at this point, we have no idea what these upgrades are going to do, but I'm sure Ghostbusters prop builders are already chomping at the bit to recreate this stuff. Oh, also should point out the ghost traps can also be upgraded, as evident when comparing the two seen here. Oh, and speaking of upgrades, looking at this proton stream effect, it's pretty safe to say that as you upgrade your Neutrino Wand and Proton Pack, it's going to change the look of your proton streams, with this one here having a very vibrant pink-purple look. Oh boy, okay, so we've got Slimer here, and in the press release, they did mention that you can call upon minions. And to me, I don't know, these look like little baby Slimers. If these are in fact baby Slimers, I think I may have just found my new favorite thing. Sorry, Mini Puffs. We've got another unique ghost design here, and this one reminds me quite a bit of the Chomper ghost from the real Ghostbusters Kenner toy line. at least the head of it. As the Ghostbusters do some busting, we have a Mysteries of the Occult exhibit opening soon. Dr. Ray Stantz must be thrilled. And going back to that press release once again, it did mention that ghosts can possess objects. So it only seems natural they could possess one of these mannequins, right? I mean, Ghostbusters 2016, anyone? Just a room full of nightmares. Oh, I love that trap effect. That looked so good. So we're now outside Ray's Occult Books, and wait a minute. Is that a young Bill Murray? You know, Peter Venkman? Like, that has to be him. This is likely a small little Easter egg that Ilphonic slipped in. And much like Winston, Ray is looking awesome. He's got Tobin's spirit guide in front of him, with the design of the book being from last year's Ghostbusters Afterlife. And then we roll into some ghost gameplay, giving us a much better shot of Slimer, which I do have to touch on. We do get a shot of his backside, meaning his big ol' Slimer booty. And while it's big, there is no crack. But because everything thus far I'm loving, I'm gonna let this one slide. And as seen here, the gameplay of when you're a ghost is going to be in third person. So once again, first person when you're a Ghostbuster, third person when you're a ghost. As mentioned before, you can possess objects, with a ghost here commandeering a mop and bucket. Back at the prison, and oh my god, it's likely not a Scoleri brother, but we do have another unique ghost here, this time a dead prisoner. It appears ghosts will also be able to slime their surroundings, which I would assume that'll make it quite difficult for a would-be Ghostbuster to walk through. These carts here certainly confirm that one stage as a hotel level, and looking at the player on the left, it looks like he's only wearing a shirt and pants. Not your usual Ghostbusters garb. Oh, we have the name of the prison, apparently Rock Island. And yeah, that guy right there, he is totally just wearing a shirt and pants. And really, outside of that, that's the noteworthy points. Now, if you've been checking out GhostbustersNews.com, and if you watched my reaction video, you know I'm excited for Ghostbusters Spirits Unleashed, as we've got big plans for the game when it comes out in Q4 of this year, with one of those plans including the return of our big gaming nights entitled Night of Slime. So Ghostbuster fans, that does it for this one. As always, be sure to subscribe to Ghostbusters News here on YouTube, bust that bell notification icon to stay up to date with everything that's happening within the Ghostbusters world. If you'd like to join up with Ghostbusters News, check out our Patreon page. We have a link to that down below in this video's description, and I'll see everybody right back here next time.